Daryl Morey is a certain general manager of an NBA franchise in our town. He says, "Hey, where are you on Twitter?" There's a lot of Mark Thomases. So. You notice, hey Ross, we try to book Daryl Morey. What is it? What has it been? Oh, he's on with Lance today. Oh, okay. He's on with Charlie today. Oh, okay. He's out with having drinks with Matt and Ann. I'm unavailable today. All right, now this is going to be weird. I got you. And I have Kevin Martin in the same interview set.
Why is that weird?
Pretty ironic. It has to be your first player general manager.
It is, because let's face it, you guys were cranky a little bit last year, and I could throw each of you under the bus separately.
Oh, right. Who got cranky?
Oh, come on. I mean, So are y'all best friends again?
Oh, we had lunch last week, so you.
Did you really? You'd have him with the lunch? What'd you have?
What's that?
Where'd y'all go?
Quattro.
Who picked up the tab? You make more.
He did.
Why? Wait a minute. You make a lot more money than he does.
I know, but we went through some things. He felt like he should have picked up the tab.
See, that's exactly right. He wanted to apologize for how things went last year.
Discuss.
Sure. I don't know. You guys had the conversation. I didn't. You didn't invite me. If you would have said, "Hey, Matt, come have lunch," Mark, you come have lunch with us. Go on your radio show and say how Kevin Martin and Daryl Morey are BFFs now. Awkward silence in the building. Note for that over there. All right.
You're waiting for a question?
No, there's no question. Just declarative statements. Look, good to see you in good frame of mind. We want you guys to be ridiculously successful. We carry your radio games now, and I think that's part of the reason why you were bad last year is because, well, you weren't bad, but you're going to be better on 790 than you were in the other station. So congratulations on that.
I hope they were.
All right, so what have you been doing this offseason? You have a brand new basketball team.
Yeah, no, I walked in last week and I thought it was July because I thought the team was about to hit a summer league, so I had to check see what month it was. But they've been there hard working, and we have a lot of new faces. And this summer, just put in a lot of hard work, especially when I found out Kyle and Luis is gone.
Right.
So I figured I have a little bit more on my shoulders this year. So, it's a challenge against me, but it's a fun one.
I can speak for Kevin, the hardest worker in the offseason we have by far.
What do you do?
You have to know he's a hard worker because he's in the Tampa area. No one would be there by choice. And he literally works
Tampa.
Day in and day out. There's certain parts of Tampa that are hard. But
Ybor City? You an Ybor City guy?
No, but the area...
21 years old.
Yeah.
The area he's working out in, you wouldn't go by choice. So.
Who do you work out with in Tampa?
David Thornton.
That's it?
Yep.
Just the two of you all those time?
Well, this summer it was. We had before draft, he had some draft guys. But
right.
After he suckered me in, I thought there was going to be other NBA guys, but it was just me and him.
So how do you know he worked out as well? Because you got the report?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. And so what did you do this year that you didn't do in the offseason?
I do everything. I just keep on adding to my game. Everything, because I never be an offensive guy I am, and I know how teams always try to take me out of the game. I just keep on adding new things.
Yeah.
And it's not really one specific thing. Just keep on adding things.
How bad was the lockout? I mean, obviously you guys wanted to play. Everything was rushed. You're playing the hellaciously brutal schedule where it's back-to-back-to-back and 5 games in 7 days. I mean, did it ever at any point take a toll more than you thought it was going to?
I think it did. Just certain times of year you get tired, and last year we didn't really have a chance to get tired because, just like you said, we had 5 games and 7 nights and things like that. But it does feel good to be back on a regular schedule, have a full training camp, and just pick and choose your spots. You know what they are now.
Did you look at the schedule and say, "Oh my God, we get 3 days off at some point here"?
Yeah, it was a little different, but we're just all happy that it's out the way.
And for you, Daryl, with all the changes you've made, you have to have a full training camp. Could you imagine trying to put together a roster to put on the court if you'd only had a couple weeks to do so?
Yeah, it'd be tough. I mean, it was tough last year. I think that went into some of the issues, and that the players didn't get to be familiar with the coaching staff.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of all thrown together at the end. It was hard for the players too. And this year, full training camp, and we do have a lot of question marks up and down the roster, but a lot of those question marks obviously can turn into big plus signs, and that's the hope.
Who have you worked with on this roster at all? Any pickup games, any drills, any kind of off-season workouts?
I played a couple pickup games last week, and most of the guys were in there playing.
Yeah.
And that's a good sight to see with a very, very, very young team. They're in the gym working hard.
Yeah.
So we was really in there as a team.
A lot of questions during the game more about what you just did on the court, or what about life after? I mean, what is a rookie? Because you've been in the league long enough. They're going to go to you, or is that just
got to pace myself a little bit because I know the.
How old are you?
29.
You were like 10 years older than every other player in the basketball team.
I know, right?
Why don't you go get a 48-year-old son to even things down here?
They're all in the Knicks.
You traded him away too. I mean, God. Guy's 29. He's got gray hair. 29. He got gray hair in his beard. I mean,
man, I'm gonna get old fat. That's
wrong.
for sure.
Are you leaving, by the way? Are they kicking you out?
I don't know.
This is the greatest interview in Rockets history with a player and a general manager in the same, and they're gonna end this.
They're waving their hands. I don't know what they're waving about. What are we doing?
We're getting. He's saying wrap it up with both these guys. Are you kidding
Yeah, we
me?
got other press conferences.
All right. So what do you want? So we got a lot of people that are looking to have you and Jeremy be that exciting backcourt that a lot of folks are very anxious about. How long will it take? How long does it take to mesh with a point guard? How long when you and Kyle got together and said, all right, we are a cohesive group?
You know, I feel like me and Kyle was right away. I feel like me and Aaron took a couple games just because it was a mid-season trade. I've been with Jeremy the past couple weeks, and I think me and Jeremy, we kind of have the same story. Nobody expects us to be where we are right now, and he has the same drive and motivation that I have, and he's a student of the game, just like me, hard worker. So I think we're going to pick up like very quickly, and we both need to carry a big load so we can take pressure off each other. So I don't think there'll be a problem there, and I'm excited to be in the backcourt with him.
All right, over to you before I let you run. You had all these draft picks. The thought was you're going to be using maybe 1, 2, or all in his ultimate trades. Was there a point where all the rookies came to you and said, we're staying here, right? And did you have that kind of conversation?
No, I think, this is our group. We're excited for, these guys to emerge hopefully to being an impact player. Obviously, because we're not a championship contender, but just by the nature of that, you have more uncertainty in terms of not only who's going to play, how well they're going to play, but as you alluded to, trades and things like that. But that's just part of the NBA, and part of Mr. Alexander to push us to be as good as we can and to never be satisfied. And it is uncomfortable at times, but it's by design. We're uncertain by design. It's because we think this can all mesh into something special.
All right, boys. I could have gone an hour more, but they're kicking you out. All right, it was good seeing you, Daryl. All right, Kevin Martin and Daryl Morey, a rare player GM duo.
Chris, LSU's going down next week.
There you go. Smack between SEC foes. All right. I bought a Tim Tebow.
Nice.
No, it wasn't nice. It was
Jets?
No, Broncos last year. I told the audience that I would do that if he threw for 300 yards in a game, which he did.
Nice.
The game was the Demarius Thomas touchdown pass in overtime. So I think I'm gonna give away to this week.
Wow.
Because I think he's gonna play against the Texans. What do you think?
I think he should start.
Really?
Do you see what the Jets are doing right now?
They're bad, but he's not any better. I mean, I'm sure you guys are BFFs, but it is what it is.
I just think he's a winner, and they need that right now.
All right, enough about him. Let's talk more about you. Seriously, if there was a bright spot of the season, we heard Chandler's going to get a chance to get some playing time, maybe get in the rotation. You became a star really, really quickly. Let's brag on yourself for 30 seconds here. What did you do beyond just the other guys around you that made your transition to the NBA really very easy?
I think it was all about my work ethic. I really just came in here and I was not able to practice at first because I didn't get my clearance from France, so I got a chance to sit there and watch and really take in what the coaching staff liked. And, I really just prided myself on the defensive end, and I think just the harder I worked and the more defense I played and all the hustle plays I made, I think coaches really respected that and appreciated that. And I think that's what initially got me in the lineup and started getting me some minutes right away.
Talk about the France thing for a bit. How serious? Did you go over there for any period of time?
I went over there for 2 months. I basically was playing competitive and the highest level of.
And how high is that? I mean,
it's Tony Parker, Nicholas Batum.
Really? That good?
Hilton Armstrong, Morey. Yeah, it was all really good players, and I think it gave me an advantage because I was just able to go there and stay in game shape, play professional basketball while other guys were just home working out with their trainer. I was, fortunate enough to go there, get paid, and be able to go and play.
Where did you live?
I lived in Cholet, France. It's like a little village 3 hours south of Paris. It's not much there but basketball, so it was good.
Was there any chance of you staying there the entire year? Was that an option?
You know what? If the lockout kept going on, I had some offers from other teams in different countries that I would have went to. But my dream as a kid was to play in the NBA, so I wasn't gonna allow some lockout to stop me from doing.
So the lockout happens, and you tell France, well, I was going to say adios, but that wouldn't be really the term. Au revoir is what you would have said?
Well, they gave me a out clause in my contract,
Nice.
so whenever it ended, I was free to go. So I basically went there, and 2 months was up, and it just ended perfect time, and I came straight from France to Houston.
All right, so you're a rock star in your first season here. Help me out with this. Kobe Bryant talks very nicely about you, doesn't he? And he never says nice things about anybody.
Right, that was a huge honor for me, just because obviously I watched him growing up as a kid. He's one of the best players to ever play the game. So just to be able to be on the same court as him, to be able to guard him is unbelievable. And then to have the things he said about me was just really special to me.
Because if he goes 1 for 19, it's never about the guy that was blocking a shot or affecting a shot. It was about maybe I had food poisoning before the game or something like that. I mean, when he mentioned you by name, I think all of us did a double take because he doesn't even talk about LeBron that way. He said Chandler Parsons.
Yeah, it was definitely surprising just because I've never seen him or heard him say anything like that about another player. So that was definitely real cool for me.
All right, so how do you? Everyone's gonna say sophomore slump. You don't want that. What did you do? How did you spend your time in the gym? What was one thing in your game that you were disappointed in now that you do not want to bring to the table next year?
I worked on all aspects of the game. The 3 main things I worked on all summer was my strength. I think when I play the 2 and 3, I'll be able to post up smaller guys because with my height, I think it creates a mismatch. And then also when I go to the 4, I need to get stronger. So just working on added strength, my shooting. I think the biggest disappointment of my rookie year is my free throw percentage. So I've been really concentrating.
Oh, let me go look it up. You keep talking for a minute. You're still a communications major.
You don't gotta do that. You don't gotta look it up.
What is it?
It's not good.
Were you 50%?
A little bit higher than 50, which is pretty embarrassing. So I
won't mention it.
Yeah, so I worked on that a lot, and my 3-point shooting. Just to I'm gonna have the ball in my hands a lot, and I'm gonna create plays for others. I'm gonna try and draw contact, so I'm gonna plan on getting to the line a lot. So I just need to be above 75%. So I really worked on that this summer.
All right, let's get you above that number because you're gonna be going to the free throw line a lot. You got to be careful of the flops. Not that you were a flopper, but there were the new rules about the NBA flopping, huh? But they're going to find you guys. Are you happy about that?
I like it. I've never been one to flop. I go out there and play as hard as I can, try and play tough. So flopping's never really been in my game.
Or do you want to keep that to yourself?
I
think the whole Spurs team flops. So that's just my opinion.
William and Parker flopped a little bit, but honestly, it's not a flaw to their game. It's something that's smart and people can use.
Yeah, but now they're gonna crack down on that. I hate it personally.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, but you gotta do what you gotta do to get the call sometimes.
All right, so you race through this playing in France. You run over here. You start the season. This year, everybody's nice and calm. There's a media day. There's training camp. There's 8 preseason games. This is going to be new for you.
This is all new to me, and it's crazy. Just last year I didn't have any of this, so I'm just taking it all in. The good thing is I've been through a half a year at least, so when these young guys have any questions about the system, the style, or what the coaching staff is looking for, I can be a voice for those guys and kind of lead them in that way. Lead by example on the court, just working on extremely hard, getting there first, leaving last, little things like that they can appreciate that. Even though I'm 23 years old, I learned that last year.
You're 23, you're like one of the oldest players on the team.
It's crazy.
Seriously, it is. I'm surprised all of you can drive at this point.
Yeah, we got a young team. I said earlier, it feels like we have like an AAU team. It's like we carpool to practice.
And you know what though? Here's the honest thing, Chandler. Nobody knows what you guys are going to be.
That's cool with me. No expectations, no pressure. We're cool with flying under the radar. We know how talented we are. We know how hard we're gonna work. We just gotta take it one day at a time and be the toughest, hardest working team out there.
And it'll all start, I guess, next week. First preseason game.
First preseason, I believe the 10th.
Yeah, against Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
That's a good way to get things kind of kicked off.
That'll be fun. It'll be a good challenge right away, so it'll be a good stepping stone to see where we're at.
With the schedule last year, you didn't get to play everybody. Was there somebody that you didn't get to face that you're excited about playing against for the first time?
Yes. The first game of the season last year was in my hometown, Orlando.
Yeah.
And I didn't check in. So I'm really excited.
Will they cheer you there?
I had about 500 people there.
500?
So it was disappointing, but I'm excited. I get to go there twice this year. Actually, the last preseason game falls on my birthday, so that'll be fun. Then I get to go back there March 1st, so I'm excited for that.
Chandler, it's good seeing you. I know that you're trying to take our jobs, and that's fine. I'm not trying to take yours because I'm not athletically as gifted as you are. I can't shoot. I can't rebound, I can't defend, and I'm also not 6. Well, how are you? 6 now. Now, Gary Forbes said that he's not 6'7", although it's listed as 6'7". Are you really 6'9"?
I think I'm closer to 6'10".
Look at there. Now the Rockets PR staff trying to undersize you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's not fair. Good to see you. Well, I've lost a lot of money in real estate the last couple of years, so I don't think I need to be recommending a place. You live in Kingwood, live next to me. How do you feel about Kingwood?
I have no way.
You have no idea where that is, do you?
I have nowhere around the city.
Yeah, you guys are all 3-mile radius guys. I get it. All right. So tell us in this world what it's like to get the phone call from the agent saying you're now a member of the Houston Rockets. What's that like?
I was actually around the corner from my house getting something to eat, a chicken salad. I was ordering a chicken salad from a restaurant.
How do you remember that?
I tweeted it.
At GFORBZ3, Gary Forbes. Don't put the ES, it won't work.
Yeah.
By the way, you're verified.
Yep, I am.
I'm not verified, it's like to be a
Blue check.
How'd you get that? They call you and say, are you really who you say you are?
No, they just knew I was one of those verified guys.
Oh, damn. You get to 20,000, I guess you can get verified. All right, so you're eating chicken salad. What kind of bread was it?
I didn't eat no bread. Just a regular chicken salad.
Okay.
Had a little bit of balsamic vinaigrette.
Ooh, off the mayo, okay.
And I made my own salad, and I seen it in the restaurant where I watched it at.
You mean to tell me you saw him to crawl?
I saw on a little ticker, my name going across, traded for Kyle Lowry. My agent called me at the same time.
Yeah.
Actually, he called me that morning and was like, be prepared for something to happen. I was like, I didn't think nothing of it. But then when I got that call, and 3rd team in 3 years, I think this is it, right?
This is it.
This is it.
The reason why I like you so much, A, because you tweeted me out. Second of all, you looked at your media bio, because I was doing my homework, prepping like a mother, and it says 6'7", 220. You said, yes, I weigh 220, but you are not 6'7".
I'm not 6'7", that's a lot.
Are you closer to 6'5", or are you true 6'6"?
I play with my shoes on.
Really?
So that's 6'6".
Why do they lie to us like that?
I don't know, man.
Are they trying to sell us for something that you're not at this point?
So.
I don't think that's cool at all.
They're trying to make me out to do something that I'm not.
All right, so tell us what you're bringing to the table, because I was kind of teasing you offhand. There's 3 or 4 of you that are swing players in this team that can play more than one position.
I'm versatile. I played the 1, 2, 3, and 4 so far.
I'll be honest with you, I've not watched a lot of Toronto Raptor basketball. Can you defend?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Really?
Like where I'm from, New York, you don't want your guy to score on you.
Okay.
That's a pride thing.
How's your ball handling skills?
I played the 1.
You're okay with that?
Pretty confident.
Mid-range jumper there consistently?
Money.
Because you got a lot of rookies that want to take time from you.
That's cool.
You don't care.
Not worried the slightest bit.
All right, so you get the first phone call from the Rockets after the trade. Tell us about that. And what were you having for lunch at that time?
Gershon Roses actually called me. I'm pretty much familiar with the Rockets organization. I played summer league with them 2 years ago. Obviously, they didn't sign me to the team.
Yeah, you and Jeremy Lamb both.
Big mistake.
They did the same thing to Jeremy Lamb, so you're in the same category.
But I'm here now.
Yeah.
So is he. They called me. They was like, they're happy to have me. And time heals all wounds. So I'm happy to be here now. Great organization, great coach. We got a young team, but I think a lot of players have a lot to prove. We're going to play with a big chip on our shoulder.
All right, before I let you run, how do you guard Jeremy Lin? Mary Lynn, I should say. Well, that was fun. I mean, that was pretty weird. How
which game? 2016?
I'm not going to bring it up. How many times did you had to face him a couple of times, right? Same division.
We had a game win on this in Toronto.
How'd that make you feel?
I was sitting on the bench, so.
So you just throw your old teammates under the bus then?
Yeah, that was dumb. But the second game I did play.
And how did you do?
We beat them by 20.
And you were on him a lot?
A little bit here and there.
Let's get the box score. If you did well, let's go get it.
We can get the box score. I know my numbers that game too.
Yeah, what were they?
Like 19 and 8 or something like that.
Oh, snuff it. So you got, do you have like a steel trap mind up there?
Yeah, so I'm a big stat guy.
All right, give me 2 other stats people would be very curious to know about you. Because first of all, you admitted that you were only 6'6", so you get props for that.
Okay.
Second of all, you knew what you ate the day you got traded.
Basketball stats, I know last year I averaged about 6.6 in about 13 minutes.
And that's not enough minutes for you, is it?
Not enough. So, if we double the minutes now, we're in double figures. And, just in case I get hot, I could be anywhere 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Dang. At least you're modest.
A little bit.
I'm liking this. Like, I mean, seriously, if I'm going to talk about you for the next 3 weeks, you can't. All this stuff you just brought to this show, you can't. Like, if you go down to play Oklahoma City in the RGV, and you're like 0 for 3 with 2 rebounds and 1 free throw, what am I going to do? I'm staking my reputation on your development. No. You think of your clutch phrase, if you're all of a sudden like the star of the team we didn't know anything about, then we can start a phenomenon. We'll get you on ESPN.
Yeah, we're going to get that. Got to remain fleet.
All right, so right now you're at 20,503. Let's get you to 21,000. I can't do it by myself.
It's a group effort.
I got 4,600 people, slow, steady climb, a little higher than that. If I get like 10%, you'd be in good shape.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
But remember, if you suck, we're not going to be able to make this happen.
That's the point, not to suck.
You got 8 preseason games. I mean, no more excuses from anybody.
No.
And you're 6'6". It's the first step, acknowledging people lie around here.
Yep.
It was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
Gary, my man, I appreciate that. All right, I'm now a fan of this gentleman. I knew nothing about Toronto Raptors basketball until now. Now, the hell with the Raptors, they made the worst decision of their entire life. 0?
Yeah, I'm watching everybody. I like players more than I like the team.
So you got a fantasy team is what you're trying to tell me.
Nah, no fantasy team either. Just, I'm a fan of players, but I'm trying to pick a team. I'm going to wait until the playoffs.
It's all right. All right, I had Patrick Patterson a few minutes ago. He's tired of you knocking on his door. Yeah, I know. Asking to borrow clean his clothes. You're burning the iron quite a bit, haven't you?
Yeah.
Don't you drive like the same car he drives?
He picked that out because I had it and he knew I was going to do it.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
And he said that you live like 10 feet from him because you didn't want to be too far from your fellow Kentucky players?
I mean, he wanted me so close because he said he needed my guidance in a lot of things. So I just told him I'd do it for him.
I like your confidence, I do. All right, let me ask you this. I asked this to Jeremy Lamb a little while ago. Very rarely do 3 first-round picks stay on one basketball team. Did you think about a lot what was going to happen, whether you were going to stay in a Rocket uniform? Or once you got drafted, knowing that it was a possibility, you just kind of tuned out the world?
I was just too excited the night of the draft to think about anything else when it comes to trades or anything like that. But around the time before Summer League came, I didn't think we all were going to stay here, honestly. And then after Summer League, I figured we were.
And now you are. And have you guys gotten together? I mean, have you forged a friendship, or is this training camp the time to do that?
Nah, we've known each other all before we've even been drafted. So I think we've been having friendships.
Have you faced those guys in games before?
Mm-hmm. Both of them.
In high school and in college?
Yeah, both actually.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And who won those battles?
I mean, we're about even. They won some, I won some.
And so now you're on the same side of things. Are you kind of anxious to see who this team is at this point? I mean, do you have a clue who it is, or will training camp help decide?
I think training camp will help decide it. I think we had a great start in summer league when it comes to all the young players coming in trying to show what they can do.
Right.
I think summer training camp is going to help a lot.
What have you done conditioning wise that you wouldn't have done if you were just returning back to school? Because you left early, obviously. I mean, did somebody say, here's your NBA regimen of how to work out, how to shoot, time on the court, time off the court?
Nah, I just try to be in the gym as much as possible, and whenever we got something, I just try to come early and just get as much work in as possible, just to learn from all the coaches and the veteran players that have been here longer than me.
Well, Mr. Jones, I appreciate you coming by. I wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you.
All right, and don't bother Pete. He's a veteran on this basketball team. He needs his space, and I think your constant texting is borderline stalking. So I just wanted you keep that in check. All right.
All right.
All right. Appreciate you coming by. There it is.